Hey y'all, welcome to or back to Growth Rising. I know it's been a minute since I put out a video. Um, Happy 2024 because we're like a little over a week into 2024, but my 2023 kind of ended crazy. I ended up getting sick and it ended up going on to the rest of my family. And so I'm getting better and they're getting worse and then getting better. And it was a lot going on. But for the most part, everybody's good now. So that's a good thing. But yeah, so I was like, I know I need to make another video because it's been a minute and I had like a couple of ideas in my head. So, like I was saying, welcome to Growth Rising. If this is your first video, I'm Bird, and on this channel, we just talk about, all things dealing with astrology. And so today, what we're going to be talking about is like the physical traits that someone can have, based on your rising sign. And so, the rising sign is like what people, see when they first meet you. So there might be a couple of things that kind of play into how they, see you. But we'll get into that later, or I might just make another video because I don't want it to be too long. But yeah, so we're just going to go over a couple of physical traits that each rising sign could possibly have. And yes, we're going to start off with Aries, the pioneers. Um, so with Aries risings, they could, have an athletic build, um, have some visible scars or injuries on them because they're quick, they're fast, they're doing a lot of stuff. They could possibly have kind of like a reddish tint to their hair. I actually know an Aries rising when I was younger. I remember looking at her hair and I was like, you know, your hair kind of got like this little like reddish tint to it. And she was like, that's just the way that her natural hair is. It's like when the sun would hit it, it's like the further down it would go, it will get more red. Um, and also Aries rising could have like a prominent chin or nose or mouth. They could be average height, not super tall or short, and they might have a certain ruggedness about them, but it could still be cute. Now, for the Taurus rising, Taurus are just very connected to Earth, and so with Taurus rising, they may have like big brown eyes, like noticeably brown eyes, dark hair. It could be very curly, and Taurus, they're ruled by Venus, so they can be just the conventional pretty, like, oh, this right here's a pretty person. And it's just something that's about them that's like they're always in style and pretty. And for one, if you know any Taurus, they like to dress nice and they don't want to be looking all kind of ways anyway. Taurus can have full lips and they could possibly have like an oval or square shaped face. Excuse me. Their body could be nicely proportionate and they could also be like soft and strong at the same time. Like not overbearingly strong or soft. Kind of like a good medium or kind of like firm, I guess. Now for Gemini risings, they're ruled by Mercury. So when you meet a Gemini rising, they may, I don't know, have like a animated speech, animated talk. They might do a lot of hand gestures. They might do a lot of hand gestures when they talk. They can have sparkling eyes, and they can be on the slimmer side. They can have a very youthful appearance, and they could also, have a versatile style because Gemini's, the twins, they're not just going to stay one way. So you may see them switch it up a little bit, and they're not the only ones who might want to switch it up sometimes, but we'll get to the other ones on down the road. Now, as far as the Cancer risings, they can have like the round, soft face, like a baby face. Um, and also can have a big chest. And, as far as like females with nurturing, have a baby, milk, you might want to nurse the baby. So, I mean, that kind of just goes hand in hand. Not saying that if you have a smaller chest, you can't nurture your baby. You can't nurse your baby. But it's just, also want to lay the baby up there, make sure they're comfortable and have plenty of cushion. So, yeah, that's another thing with the Cancer rising. And also they can have like a small nose, a round chin, not very angular, very round. And also Cancer risings can be on the shorter side. Now for the Leo risings, Leo, the lion, they can have very thick hair, like a lion's mane, very thick hair. Um, they may just look as if they have like confidence on them because they can be very confident. And sometimes that can make some people feel a type of way, but it's not your fault, Leo. It's just how you are, and it's not like you're putting them down. But anyway, Leo rising could have like a wide forehead, long legs, and they could also have like a prideful appearance and a proud posture, and that just goes into the confidence, look on them, which everybody can't necessarily take, but that's okay. But yeah, that's just a couple of things for the Leos. Now, as for the Virgos, they will seem more prim and proper, like they have it very well together. And I don't know, I guess that's kind of like a thing with the earth signs, but we done already went over two of them. We got one more to go to. But they also have like a subtle beauty about them, and they can come off as very elegant. Um Virgo risings can be a bit on the shorter side. Just a little shorter than most. That's okay. That's okay. Um Virgo risings can have very soft face, but they can also have like sharp eyes. Like really just um like they like it'll kind of like stand out to you. Now, for the Libra risings, they're also ruled by Venus. So they are conventionally pretty, as well as the Taurus, who is, their Venus sibling, I guess. But they have that conventional beauty about them as well. And Libra risings can also have, like a dimple, maybe one or two. Um, and they'll have those pouty lips, and Libra risings can also come off as graceful and, have a charming look. Their face can be very symmetrical. They're very conventionally beautiful. So it's like, symmetry will be something that is noticeable with them. And as far as with their height, they can be more among the average height people, not too tall, not too short, just kind of like right there in the middle. Now, for the Scorpio risings, one thing with Scorpio risings, they're not the only ones, but they can definitely have RBF. Y'all know that resting face, definitely something that you can see with Scorpio rising. It's not nothing that they necessarily try to have or, try to look like. It's just literally their resting face. This They might not even realize that they, might be looking intimidating to others, but they can have that look on their face, just walking around. But also with Scorpio rising, they can have like dark hair and dark eyes. They can also have like a serious expression on their face, you know, making people think that they're something that they're not, or may give off a certain impression that they're not trying to give off. They can have a muscular frame, body frame, and they can also be sturdy and have very sensual lips. Now, as far as Sagittarius, they can, they're ruled by Jupiter, so big, tall. They can have an athletic build. They can have a big smile, big eyes, and Sagittarius rules like, like the hips and thighs and all that. So that can be big as well. Um, they can have long limbs. They can have thick hair. So with Sagittarius, just think of big. I guess is the best way to put it, because Jupiter comes to expand, and Sagittarius, they can have a big personality, a big smile, big eyes, big hair, big hips, big butt, big whatever. So with Sagittarius, just it's gonna be something big about them, whether it's like width or height. It's something that's gonna be on a larger side. Not necessarily saying that's a bad thing either. Now with the Capricorn rising, which is another earth sign, they can come off as elegant as well. Um, and they can also have like a lean body, the Capricorn rising. And they can have like small defined facial features. And they can also, have like the dark hair, and they just give off a very elegant vibe whenever you first like whenever you first meet them, because it's I don't know what it is about those earth signs. They just give off a type of elegance, a type of for lack of better words, elegance. This like proper, prim and proper aesthetic, I guess you could say. I guess because they're grounded, and they can really take pride in how they look. But anyway, this is not about the earth signs. So for Aquarius, they can also have like just a larger forehead, larger eyes, and they can have a eccentric style, and they can just have like a unique appearance. It can be very distinctive. It can be very out of the ordinary, different from what you might see a lot of other people are, what their styles are. I guess that's the way I want to put it, because Aquarius, like, their modern day ruler is Uranus, but they do also have that Saturn, so you can't get rid of it. But with Uranus, it's like Uranus wants to be different. Uranus wants to be the rebel. Uranus wants to understand the system so it can go against the system. So you might see that a certain type of genes are in. I really don't know what's all in. So I don't know. Ripped jeans are in, and Aquarius are like, you know what? No, I don't want to wear ripped jeans. I want to wear some other type of jeans. I don't know, patchy jeans, or I don't know if y'all remember like back in the day whenever they used to have like a little rip, but it wouldn't show skin. It'll be like a different pattern or something. Um, I don't know if that falls in the same category, but anyway, basically Aquarius want to be like, okay, I understand this, but I want to do something different. So that's kind of how their style can come off, like the way that they just wear their hair or do their makeup or dress even. And they can also change their hair colors a lot. One day it can be purple, then it can be red, it can be blue, it can be black, it can be blonde. It can be a lot going on with their hair. And now Pisces rising, you know ruler is Neptune. Well, modern day ruler Neptune, but Pisces rising can give off a very dreamy appearance. I remember, somebody saying about a Pisces rising that, their eyes are very dreamy, So that's one thing with Pisces rising. They can have round eyes or just a dreamy face, dreamy eyes, dreamy appearance. They can have long eyelashes. They can come off as very graceful and soft. With Neptune, they could possibly be petite. So, yeah. I mean, if, you know, Not necessarily. They can probably have just some petite features about them, with the Neptune. But yeah, so the main thing with Pisces rising is that they can be very dreamy. That can be something that attracts you to them is because it's like, I just, like you just get so wrapped up in that dreaminess, it just captures you. So yeah, so that's all the signs and some of the physical features that people can see once they meet these signs or when they see these signs, because there'll be certain things that you'll give off. Excuse me. But yeah, so I know for me, to me now, I know just going off of the very, very, very basic. I know I would say like some of the more, I don't know, I don't want to say the most attractive, but that might just seem like they stand out more, or like, of course, Taurus and Libra, because I mean there goes Venus, Cancer and Pisces, Aries, Capricorn. I, I don't know. I guess all of them in a way have their own beauty about them, because I'm just naming them and I'm like, okay, I like this about this sign, that about that one. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna say all of them. It's just, they all have, like, some of them seem more dreamy, some of them seem more like put together, I guess. Like the earth signs, they're all seem like they'll be pretty much put together. I just think of business suit with the suitcase, and like the White House with the light color furniture and the stairs that might not even have a handle on them. Of course, this will probably be a earth sign that does not have kids, or anything. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me stop rambling. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any comments, just go ahead and drop them down below in the comment section. And I hope that you have a good day, and I'll try not to stay away for too long again. But yeah, and also enjoy your new year. Have a good one.